You are a leader, a celebrity, to someone or to many. You have a sphere of influence where people look up to you, where people listen to you, and where people may model your behaviors or your actions. You have a network. Who can you inspire?
Too many New Yorkers felt anxious because they were uninformed and untrained to handle this new emergency. We will develop a citizen public health training program designed by Cornell. It will be offered online and it will be free to educate and certify tens of thousands of citizens all across the state who will then be better prepared to help themselves, their families, their co-workers, and will be trained and ready to volunteer to help their community in the next public health emergency.
What is one simple thing that you can do to model the way?
Although quarantine and isolation have been frequently used, they are not the same thing.
Coronavirus comes from the word corona, which means it's like the sun. When the virus is seen under the electron microscope, the crown or the coat of the protein is like the sun.
We experienced Ebola, dengue, and Zika, SARS in 2002, MERS in 2012. Like COVID, they were also zoonotic coronaviruses from bats and from wet markets in China.
What I found to be a very interesting plan that you have for New York. It seems really sound, and you have a lot of, backup contingencies, which I like.
A great way to think about COVID prevention is to think about layers of protection.
In the world that we are living in now, we are in completely new territory for the amount of and misinformation that is spreading.
One of the reasons that the vaccines were able to be developed rapidly is because the science was built on vaccine efforts before that for 10, 20, some of the first stuff even 30 years.
I can now share with patients and family that I have taken the vaccine, that there is hope, and to encourage people to just listen to the science.
Having taken this course, it really opened my eyes to some really important issues.
I think the more informed that our public in New York State is, the safer we'll be.
Well, here's what we know about human behaviors.
So COVID-19 is really much broader than purely a respiratory illness.
So think about this. I'm talking to you for about 5 minutes. I could produce 5,000 virus-containing droplet nuclei, which would remain in the air for 8 minutes after I left this room.
So what role do you play? How can you help to turn this tide?